Nerdrotic.com.
Hello. That sounded so soft to me, but that might have been loud enough for you. Welcome to the Nerdrotic Nooner, everybody. My name is Gary B. Clare, coming to you from Nerdrotic and my mom's vagina. And we are here with Chris Gore and X-Ray Girl. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. We're back. Chris, you were sick last week. You feeling better?
I never take time off when I'm sick, so you know I'm sick. I was sweating in bed with a fever for a couple days, but I'm back, better than ever. So let's go, man. There's a lot to.
Yeah, some very sad news today too.
Sad news.
Yeah. Hi, X-Ray Girl. Let's say hi to you before we get to that.
That's it. Hi. Hope y'all doing good.
Yeah, I usually go over my morning, doing my little workout and getting my news together and stuff, but I couldn't help but notice what happened in Minnesota today. I don't know if you're aware, Chris, or if you guys are aware, but somebody shot up a Catholic church and school while they were at Mass. 15 to 20 people injured. Don't know how many people have died. Little kids, like kindergarten kids to 13-year-olds in this church. I'm not even going to start speculating on what the shooter could have been, disgruntled or whatever. Shooter's dead. The shooter is dead. And this is 2 days after Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was complaining about Trump coming in there and helping clean up his city. So, really sucks. It really sucks. And this is another religious school being shot up again, which is becoming kind of a regular thing. It's becoming a regular thing. So we'll find out if details come out. The police, I guess, just gave their press conference, and it's all over the news right now. It's freaking terrible. Yeah, so prayers for the and you're seeing parents take out their little kids, right, with their little backpacks and stuff. It's brutal, effing brutal. So yeah, sorry to start out with that, but you have to acknowledge it when something like that. 2 are dead right now. That's what the chat says. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But we're usually escapist, and we try to help you think about the alternative to the real news, which is just horrible every day. It's horrible every day. But we are going to talk about Cracker Barrel bending the knee rather quick, which was surprising, a little surprising. We're also, Chris and I have both seen a movie called Primitive War, which was surprising. Oh, he's muted. Chris, you're muted. You're still muted.
I was sorry. I was queuing up a video we're gonna play later, but I love that movie. It's what Jurassic World Rebirth should have been. R-rated dinosaurs killing people, killing commies, period music from the 60s, which I thought was great. Solid cast. Jeremy Piven being an a-hole. I love it. I'm talking to the director today on Hollywood on the Rocks, Luke Spark. He's an Australian director, and I didn't know the budget was $7 million.
Yeah, I looked it up. $7 million. That's what it said. So
it's like Godzilla -1. So I can't wait.
And maybe he can confirm if that's true, but I mean, I just looked it up.
But it shows when you're directly involved. Godzilla -1. The director directly involved with the effects. Luke was similar in that sense.
Yes,
so
he was.
But the effects were at least as good as Jurassic Park. In some ways, there's some shots that are wanky. I think that's every movie when you have so many shots. But for the most part, yes, it was great.
Yeah, Chris just gave his review.
Yeah, no, but it's in limited release. So it's like a
it's a Fathom event. It's a Fathom event, and they extended it. I heard they extended it through September 4th. So if you do want to see it in the theaters, I have no idea when it's coming out on video on demand, but it's coming out, and a little later I'll give you my full rundown of it. But we also have Harry Potter news. There's been lots of Harry Potter news because they've been filming outside, so we get to see what's going on. And Chris Columbus has made the news with a couple of statements. One about J.K. Rowling and one about this movie. And they haven't all been positive. So I'll give you my theory on that a little bit later. There's some other stuff going. It's pretty light entertainment. And you saw Peacemaker.
Yes, I did. I don't like it. I question everything about Gunn now. It seems the nihilistic sense of humor, I think, would have worked. It feels dated. Like it feels 10 years too late. If it was a standalone thing, fine. But the fact that it connects to Superman, when it gets to that orgy scene, like 20 odd minutes into it.
Yeah.
The point of that is, and even if an antagonist misbehaves, like, if they do bad things, a character does bad things, I want to understand why. I want to care where I'm like, they're justified in doing this terrible behavior. And nothing feels like that. It is just in every character, with the exception of Chris, they all talk alike. They're all witty banner and toilet poo-poo homo butt. That's all the jokes. Toilet poo-poo homo butt. It's junior high vile humor.
Uh-huh.
That's every joke in the show. And James Gunn, so he's the guy. And I really feel this is bad, but I feel if I was taking on the character of Superman, I'd feel a weight and responsibility because kids look up to Superman. Adults look up to Superman. He's an ideal to strive for, right? We want to be Superman, at least in spirit, in the way we conduct ourselves. And I just feel this is the thing. He chooses to do the very next thing. And I didn't watch Peacemaker season 1. I saw the recap. I know a lot of what happened in season 1. And I didn't like it. I heard friends talking about it. I'm like, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful. I watched the recap. Then I watched. Did they shoot new footage for the recap?
They did. So that's how they retconned it. Is they did previously on the DCU. So they start Peacemaker. It opens up. And yes, we'll open up with Peacemaker, and then we'll get to Cracker Barrel. So they open up with the Superman logo that they had, with him breaking the chains and stuff. And I like that. So, but before they start it, Chris, if you saw this on HBO, they show a little video game ad. So it's a little video game ad
for Peacemaker.
Rated R, bisexual orgy. So like, here, play this like kids looking video game. Oh, here's Superman. Oh, it's a DC product. And then it goes into previously on the DCU, and it shows like a previously on from season 1, and then it retcons the Snyderverse heroes showing up in silhouette to the DCU, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, Supergirl, and Superman. So Superman in silhouette is in this show, and they didn't reshoot it for season 1. So if you go back and watch season 1, which I did in preparation, I rewatched it to watch episode 2. The Snyder Cut stuff's still there. So it was done super lazily. And then James Gunn's excuse is, well, we don't have enough money. And I'm not surprised. They don't have enough money to reshoot the end, the quick end of it. And the reason they do it, because they would have to reshoot other stuff, because it still doesn't make sense. Just reshooting that end absolutely does not make sense, because there's still multiple connections to Snyderverse and the post-Snyderverse and all that stuff. Including Viola Davis and James Gunn's wife, Harcourt. And so season 1, Chris, is when it came out in 2022, to give some context, just in case most of you probably haven't seen it. We did a poll on the Nooner, and I think 30% of the audience saw it, which is still pretty high. Okay, but we're nerds. We're effing nerds. We're going to watch this stuff. So it came out in 2022. James Gunn creatively still had a good reputation. Probably not the best reputation personally after, you know, his jokes and stuff like that, but creatively still had a lot of respect.
Yes.
And it came off of The Suicide Squad, which I very much liked. I very much liked Peacemaker in The Suicide Squad. I liked the dynamic. I liked that they brought out Starro, and I thought, man, he's kind of good for The Suicide Squad. That's where he belongs.
Yeah.
And then I saw season 1 of Peacemaker, and, you know, some people liked it. If you liked it, that's fine. This is just my point of view on it. It's woke as fuck. It's totally woke. It is 100% woke. Through and through. Its entire DNA is woke, is intersectional.
It even doesn't matter to me that it is. It's the attitude. It's
James
Maxwell
Gunn is never
Lord
okay.
And Guy Gardner talking about sucking dick.
Let's
what?
Let's dial that back a little bit. Let's go back to season 1. It does matter to me because James Gunn never, like, historically was never like that divisively woke. So he was very free to go fucking anti-toxic masculine, just all the talking points of the shit we heard in 2022. And believe me, Chris, I think you maybe at least no, you would have to see the context. If you see the end speech of the quote unquote villain, it is one of the most cringe things you will see. So we have everything from you know, it being very anti-toxic masculinity, very anti-MAGA, very anti-Republican, very anti-middle America, like clowning poor white people. Yeah, the thing that bothered me the least was the black lesbians. Believe it or not, that bothered me the least. At the end, the messaging from real quick. There's these things called the butterflies that they made up for this show. They crawl into your skull and they take over your body. They literally kill people. They are looked at as sympathetic by the end. The real villain is, and he's a villain, was Robert Patrick's Peacemaker's dad, who was a white supremacist and had him fight his brother when he was a little kid. So Peacemaker killed his brother when he was a little kid. Oh, they also established in season 1 that Peacemaker is bisexual. So, for all the stuff we complain about Marvel, it is all there in Peacemaker season 1. So at the end, these butterflies who want to, they don't want to take over the earth. They want to guide us because they saw we were doing the same things that they did to their planet. And in the final speech, it was basically a criticism of people's criticism of COVID. So she, the Asian woman who's taken over, remember, the butterflies kill people and take over their body, but they're shown more sympathy than the white supremacist dad who gets shot at the end. Fine. I just think that neither of them should be shown any sympathy. Yes, Peacemaker does eventually kill their cow, but he feels bad about it and keeps the leader alive for a little while because he had a connection with her. Basically her speech was, we see you going down the same way, and I'm paraphrasing, ruining your environment and complaining about small inconveniences, eroding your freedom, like masks and compelled shots. She doesn't say that, but that's what she meant. And man. So watching this with fresh eyes 3 years later, and I watched it back then and I thought the same thing. I just think it's way worse. Now, looking at it now, if you watch that season 1, dude, it is bad. It is really bad.
I have only watched episode 1 of season 2 and the recap, and I don't like it. It feels very dated. It feels like it doesn't connect tonally to Superman, and Superman is a dialed back version of that nihilistic attitude. Look, you're a father to sons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am as well a father to a son, and there's a responsibility. I feel like I know Gunn he's been married twice, no kids in either relationship, no kids. I don't know that many of the people he hangs with have kids. I think David Desmalchin has kids. I know he does, actually. I've met him and his partner and kids at an event once. and you think differently about the world or the responsibility you have. I think Superman is a character that when I was a kid, Luke Skywalker, Superman, those were like, how can I be like what they embody, virtues wise, was always in my head, and look, I was a normal teen. I didn't get wrapped up in too much crazy stuff compared to you. I just,
you did your share.
Yeah, look, I had alcohol too soon. I tried drugs, never liked any of them. I did stupid shit.
Square.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight edge.
I was like, oh, I want to be good. I want to be good to people. Oh, I could be better. And I always thought of those characters. Some people think of Jesus. I think of Kirk, Luke,
yeah,
Superman, like, I know it sounds weird. So when those characters, I see them murdered in modern day, it means something. You see the plight and the struggles of young men. I get it now. Who do they look to now, today, as a modern hero that they can go, God, that's something to aspire to? It's very sad to me.
You're 100% right. We've all talked about the Disney wanting Gen Z boys back. But the whole point is they want boys back, but they don't want to make masculine programming. They don't even understand what it is. They don't understand what heroism is or the hero's journey anymore, because of the people you have working there actively hate it. They actively hate it. We've been saying it for years. And it has been put on with this Take Us North game, Chris. I don't know if you've heard. I
heard.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care about the name of it. It's about immigrant. It's an illegal alien simulator, which I want to play. It got completely exposed by Asmongold and others, a lot of others. And when you find out, some of the people behind it are involved in the World Economic Forum, Sweet Baby Inc. When you see those direct connections, and then Asmongold responded on that video, which is gone now, where they're at a conference and they straight up say, "Oh, we're doing it to normalize this. It's propaganda." They admit it's propaganda. Mask off, just straight up admit it. Guess what? That's exactly what they've been doing with Star Wars, Marvel, Star Trek, Doctor Who, everything we love. Everything they've been doing the same thing. They have the same attitude. It's activism. We've been saying it for years. Activism sucks. It's really shitty at storytelling for the most part, especially when it's latching on to something that is bigger than, say, an independent film, Chris. So Star Wars, Star Trek, that's our American mythology. That's our, we're a very young country. That's our American mythology. Superheroes, that's our American mythology. And they latch onto this because they know they can get to young boys and teach them how to turn into young girls or whatever the fuck they want them to turn into now in this crazy world. Yeah. And it is disheartening, and they're not going to get them back because there's a really important thing in a business relationship, Chris. Trust.
Yeah.
Trust. Your customers have to trust you. You have to be honest with them. So sorry to bring up it's the only business I've owned. Well, aside from this one, but same principle here from the comic shop to this show. If somebody walks up, they buy a comic book off the rack, or if they want to know what I thought of a movie, I give them an honest opinion. It might not sell that book. It might not sell that movie.
Right.
It might not make them happy, but I'm going to be like somebody. A lot of times people would pull something off the rack and I'm all, nah, that sucks. Why don't you try this?
Yeah.
And that's terrible, but I'm not going to lie to them. And that was important to my customers, and that created a loyalty, and it's natural because this guy is walking in this store, coming to this channel, their hard-earned money that they work for, and they decide to spend it here. That is an honor. That is an absolute honor, and they need to be treated with respect no matter what. That's something that Hollywood has lost, social media never had, government doesn't care about, is that these people have chosen to take, that is time off their life, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day to earn that money to spend here. This is a speech I gave to my employees all the time. It's like, you treat them with respect. They are royalty in this building, period. Yeah. And that's that's the way it has to be. Hollywood's completely lost that. They've lost the trust. They've treated men and boys like shit. They've clowned things like male loneliness. They've incels. Oh, look at you, lonely male by yourself. Ha ha. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Who does that? Who laughs at people's pain like that? I mean, there's no empathy whatsoever. That's why I think
sociopathic activists, Chris.
It's a weird. This is going to sound really sexist when I say it.
Let's go.
But I feel like male directors are better at directing women and female characters than female directors are at male characters. Let me tell you why. I feel like male directors have a sympathy and empathy toward female characters and whatever they're dealing with. And I see a lot of indie movies directed by women. They all have a disdain for men. It's almost expected that they have a disdain for men. They're always, when it's a female director and they have male characters in the movie, they're all pieces of shit. And I'm talking about small indie movies. And this also is in mainstream stuff too. There's like a weird disdain for the men, whereas men don't do that. Male directors have a sympathy for the female characters. And if you look through the history of the movies, great female performances came via male directors. I don't know that you can say the same for female directors helping to deliver a great performance by a male actor. So just a broad generalization that would get me canceled on any other show or on social media. But it's I see it every time, very predictable, and I'm kind of sad to see. So.
Yeah, and there are reasons for this. For one, there aren't that many women who want to be directors in Hollywood and want to run that stuff. That now they have forced that in, but the desire it wasn't there. They have different interests. Sure, there are more women writer and directors now, and now that they're newish to this, the one thing they need to learn is how to write men, because women cannot write men. You know who can? J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling can write male characters great. And so it is possible. Absolutely is possible. But a great example is House of the Dragon. When Sarah Hess's name fucking shows up on that show, you're like, oh, fuck. You're like, oh, here we go. Because she doesn't know how to write men. And she has Ryan Condell over her shoulder kind of fixing it. But like her purview is radical feminist. And that's, you know what, Hollywood, it's what it attracts. Radical feminists. Not just a feminist, a radical feminist. And then they get more radicalized in Hollywood because of the culture there, right?
It's almost expected and encouraged.
Yes.
It's sort of like, of course you think this way, because woman!
I'm forgetting her name, and this is totally disrespectful because I respect her now. We saw her at the panel, the woman who wrote The Penguin. We were both going, who is this chick? She's got I looked her up on IMDb, and I'm like, she's got no experience. She's just like a producer, but she fucking knocked it out of the park, dude, with The Penguin. Yeah. So respect. Like she knew how to write men, absolutely knew how to write men in The Penguin. So like it's possible, but it's unlikely at this point, and they need to practice more. That's all. They need to practice more. And that's been a problem throughout, and that's why when you force in untalented people and put them in huge projects that cost a lot of money, Nia DaCosta, who wants to blame Kevin Feige. I blame you both, by the way. I just blame Nia DaCosta and Kevin Feige. When you are brought up above your ability, the meritocracy still stands. It does. That customer that Disney has been attacking for years still decides whether you like it or not. You don't get to choose your customer base. They get to choose you. Yeah. And that rule will never change.
Well, yeah, Peacemaker sucks, to sum up. I have concerns. I was like, okay, Superman, I think, was mid. Like, we agree. Not a disaster, not great. It's a base hit, but it needs to be a home run.
So,
base hit.
I'm not crazy about the movie, obviously. It's very mid, and it's like the more I think about it, the more it goes down. But
Same.
You do not trash the project. You do not scrap the DCU. You take this cast, you move ahead. Absolutely be stupid to do that. You forge ahead. I would say you bring Batman in a little quicker. You bring Wonder Woman in a little quicker. We'll see how this Lantern show goes. That's the only thing I'm like actually interested in is the Lantern show. I hate the fact that they call it lanterns, though. I wish they would call it Green Lanterns, but that was my bitch about Arrow, too. I'm like, call it Green Arrow. Why is it called Arrow?
It's such a dumb trend of like, it's going to be so cool. There'll be fewer words.
No,
it was something new that wasn't.
Do you know why they do it? Like they're ashamed of the name.
Yeah.
They think it's silly. And if you're ashamed of the name, then you shouldn't be making it. Period.
Yes. Oh my God.
Green is very important. The color green, more important than Green Arrow. It's way more. The color green is very important to that show, to the ring, to the mythology of Green Lantern. It has to be Green Lanterns. Just call it Green Lanterns. They're like, oh, that's too silly. Well, then don't make it.
I mean, I like the idea it was compared to True Detective, which that first season of that is amazing.
Perfect season of television. So are the Lanterns going to be going up against child molesters and traffickers?
Probably not.
From James Gunn.
But I mean, it's God, watching Peacemaker, it threw all the confidence I had in Gunn. All the like, I believe in Gunn, and threw it out the window. I was like, you wanted to make this? This is the most deviant thing ever to come from him, and it's the thing he's most proud of. I mean, the whole thing it was good. It was like, it reminds me of like David Lynch. Okay, a lot of the movies he made later in his career, to be fair, sucked, right? And David Lynch during Twin Peaks season 1, when he had guardrails, was freaking peak David Lynch. I mean, he has some amazing movies: Blue Velvet, Elephant Man, Eraserhead, Dune 84, great films. And when he had these guardrails, he was at his best. And when Gunn was working for Marvel / Disney, he had guardrails.
Yep.
The first Guardians is the best thing he's done.
Yes, it is.
And everything else has been diminishing, worse. The more he can do what he wants to do, the less the worse it gets.
Agreed. And totally agreed.
I'm just like,
and all the signs were in Peacemaker season 1 when he had no guardrails. He was kind of, and again, Chris and I are not prudes. We're not prudes. I mean, like, if there's like a bisexual origin, I'm probably gonna like just roll my eyes and look away and wait till it's over, because I'm not like, I'm just like, sorry to break this to you folks, I don't like seafood. It repulses me. It's disgusting. I also don't like watching gay sex. It repulses me. It's not something I'm like, oh, I'll just sit through it. It's like, no, I'm going to fucking look at my phone or whatever. If it's there, it's there. But I'm like I'm not going to sit there and watch it. I don't like it. So that's not sorry at all about that. But we're not prudes. And if it in that season 1, like you said, it existing kind of tangentially around the DCU, totally fine. Actually, that's one of Marvel's biggest mistakes, is not going back to, like, you had Daredevil, rated R, violent as hell, but it existed in the MCU. It was very loose connection, but that connection was clever, and they made it work, and it drove the plot for the entire first season, and it was brilliant. And they connected it with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but there should be rated R content. Absolutely. Blade should be a rated R movie. Black Widow should have been a rated R movie. It should be there. But the point on this one is, you have directly connected, you, James Gunn, verbally directly connected this to the kids movie that came out just over a month ago, that you pulled out of didn't pull out of the theaters, but fucked over the theaters and your own box office performance by making it available on video on demand so people can see Peacemaker. And he's definitely don't. The kids shouldn't see it. Well, then don't connect it that much.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's connected. The whole plot, Chris, is him getting rejected by the Justice Gang with Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl and Max Lord. silhouette of Superman. They talk about the events of Superman, which may have repercussions, why they're spying on Peacemaker. Did the bisexual orgy need to be there? Could you have taken it out and had that scene and it'd be exactly the same?
Unnecessary.
Yep.
There's just a curious amount of wang.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of Vienna sausage flopping around.
It was so gross.
Yeah. That was a good description.
Yep. So, I mean, it's fine. It's like, did you not see season 1? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I've probably watched it more. Season 1 didn't have outstanding ratings. Peacemaker. No, the finale, according to Samba, the finale over 4 days had about 500,000 views, and over at Samba, which is an aggregate, so it's only a guideline, is not a rule. It certainly could be more, but over 4 days, according to Samba, so this is how they had to word it. It's 22% more than the finale of season 1. So there's no real number there. Well, you know what? I just looked it up. So it was about 584,000 over 4 days for the finale of Peacemaker season 1. Pretty sure it was on terrestrial HBO at the same time, maybe not. It's 700 and it's about 700,000 views over 4 days. So it didn't even crack 1 million. With that math, it barely cracks 1 million. That's still under like The Acolyte, which got canceled.
I'm sad that this is the DC universe going forward. Just seems, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just odd choice. It can exist in the DCU. It can. I'd say 5 years time. When you start doing stuff like this is when you've already set up your foundation. You've set up your Trinity. You've got your Justice League. You could start doing you could start getting experimental. They're starting out experimental when they just need to go back to basics. So we'll see. We'll see how this rounds out. The fact of the matter is, and I don't make the rules. I just make the observations, Chris. Superman did not make as much money as Man of Steel. It did not sell as many. It didn't even get close to selling as many tickets as Man of Steel. And you could excuse away streaming and all that stuff, and that might account for a percentage. Man of Steel sold 3 times the amount of tickets than James Gunn's Superman. 3 times.
Yeah. Look, if you ask me, do you want to watch 2025 Superman or Man of Steel? Man of Steel every time. And I'm no Snyder bro. It's just a better made movie. The music, I feel like the events are taken, and we're going to see Batmite, my prediction.
We might see Batmite before Batman.
They referenced imps in episode 1 of season 2 of Peacemaker. Imps.
They mentioned Batmite in season 1.
I mean, it's stupid. It's just, I just don't look. I always thought that those comics that Gunn is kind of like inspired by, I never like those. I like the ones that are serious. I like the more, Frank Miller, Dark Knight Returns. I like Alan Moore. I like Neil Adams.
He's a Grant Morrison guy, and Grant Morrison is a prolific comic book writer, and I enjoy a lot of his work. When he gets to, and he's done some great stuff for both for Marvel and DC, but he is also somebody who comes in later down the line, like Mark Miller. They get very experimental. Some people like it, some people don't. I think that's great, but I think if you're starting out your universe, you don't go to Mark Miller, you don't go to you don't go to Grant Morrison or their more edgier stuff. Mark Miller at least can be traditional, knows how to be traditional hero. Like Grant Morrison, here, I got a great Grant Morrison book I'm going to show off right now. It's about 20 years old. I was going through my books. This is one of my favorite stories of all time. We Three. It's a little 3-issue miniseries from Vertigo. See a cute little dog there. Little bandit's been missing. What happens is little bandit and the rabbit, Tinker. The rabbit. There you go. The last rabbit and then the cat. They all get experimented on. And it's Homeward Bound meets the Terminator. So they all become little like cyborg animals and used for weapons, and they get freed and they just want to go home. We 3 is awesome. Good stuff.
It sounds exactly like the plot of a movie. Have you ever heard of a movie called Plague Dogs?
No.
It's on YouTube, actually, for free. It is the movie that was the follow-up to a film I know you have already seen and loved. Watership Down.
Yeah, Watership Down is brutal, dude.
It's
They
brutal.
showed that to us in elementary school.
Not for kids,
Yes.
but it's so that's a great.
It's not for kids, but they showed it to me in elementary school.
Well, Plague Dogs is the movie he made after, and that movie bombed. Watership Down is like this thing. The BBC renews it every year. It's always on around Christmas. But Plague Dogs, that's basically the plot of Plague Dogs. 2 dogs escape from being experimented on, and the media reports it's wrong, that they have the plague so they can basically catch the dogs and exterminate them. So they're trying to escape. And one of the dogs, and the voice is by what's his name? Played Kane in Alien. John had
The chat will have it.
my brain.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Kane, Alien,
John Hurt.
1979. John Hurt plays one of the voices of the dogs. He also was a voice in Watership Down. Anyways, one of the dogs has his brain exposed with stuff on it because he was being experimented on through the whole movie. Look up Plague Dogs on YouTube right now. If you're watching this, bookmark it, watch later.
Yeah, there's
But there you go. You can see
well,
it for
I mean,
free.
there's stuff similar in We 3 to like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, like cybernetic furries, basically. And it's horrible, but it's a good story. It's a good story. But like back to, James Gunn's taste is he's very comfortable in Peacemaker, and that's what he should be making. I talked about it yesterday, like Doom Patrol. Vertigo's Doom Patrol would be very good. He'd be very good for that movie. I know some people like the show. I like season 1, didn't like anything after that. But that's his wheelhouse. Superman is not his wheelhouse. Peacemaker proves that Superman is not his wheelhouse. He was not the right dude for it. And if they're smart, they give it to somebody. They beg Kaczynski to do a Superman movie or somebody to that effect who's a little more traditional, and somebody else to write it.
Have no confidence now based on this. Superman.
Well, that audition's going around, Chris, and it's like, oh, Corn Sweat gets the character. It's James Gunn who doesn't get the character.
Yes, Corn Sweat's instincts were better for that scene had he played it that way. Why didn't Gunn let him? This is the thing. He's kind of a dictator on set, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like, my dialogue is precious. He reminds me of Kevin Smith. The dialogue that I wrote is so precious. Like, he doesn't give any sort of power to his actors to bring something to it. Like, look, I'm not saying that Corn Sweat is Harrison Ford, but if Harrison Ford has a note on Indiana Jones, it might be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I don't know. I think that the Gunverse of DC will be more short-lived than Zack Snyder. And I think we'll see. I mean, I think now seeing how things are rolling out, I'm kind of bummed out and not really interested.
Yeah, it is. It's a bummer. Like, ultimately, that's the thing is we all wanted a good Superman movie.
Yeah.
And we all wanted superheroes to continue, and they could, and all the wounds are self-inflicted.
Yes.
And it's not all entirely about the message and everything. It is also a lot of ego and hubris. That's why a lot of stuff turns to shit in Hollywood. My kid was asking me, like, what's the biggest problem? I said, it's out of woke. Oh, the one that's been there forever. Ego and hubris. Ego has prevented so much good from happening because one producer doesn't like another director or some little petty little feud. Kevin Smith famously tells the story of John Peters and the spider, you know, which was told over and over and over again. I heard him tell that story like 4 times when he still like Kevin Smith back in the day. Let's go to some good news, because guess what? Complaining works, Chris. Complaining works.
You talking about Cracker
Barrel?
Because, oh my God.
I was not expecting this quick, but
that's like new Coke. Old Coke.
Yeah, this was the new Coke of your generation, ladies and gentlemen. This was a and this should really expose everything we talk about. So, blonde Karen CEO, who was the CEO of Taco Bell, who is just replacement CEO. And you're like, well, at least it's a restaurant. Okay, at least it's a restaurant. She does restaurants, but what happens in the corporate world is they're starting to plug in CEOs and board members from stuff that's completely unfucking related to each other. So there's people from Pepsi who are on the Disney board. You know, like they don't know anything about making movies. So she blandified fucking Taco Bell, and apparently their profits went up, probably because they fired a bunch of workers and have a bunch of automated shit. But Taco Bell, it don't look any different than McDonald's, than anything else. And I don't like Chris, I eat at these restaurants only when I have to, when I'm on a fucking road trip and I am forced, like that is the only thing there. I don't make a conscious decision as a dude of a certain age to go to Taco Bell. Like, let's go to Taco Bell tonight. No, I'm going to get a street taco. I'm going to get some real Mexican food. But maybe I would consider it more if the places didn't look like some brutalist fucking Swedish artist experiment, you know, like they all look the same. They're all fucking lame looking and sterile. Like you don't want it looks like there should be surgery. You should be doing surgery in these places. It's so fucking sterile and boring. And you want to eat someplace warm and comfortable. It's almost like they don't want you to stay there. Like they're designed like, who in the hell wants to stay? You know who hasn't changed, Chris? In-N-Out. In-N-Out's the same. In-N-Out's the same. So here we go. Right. Cracker Barrel. We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain.
Wow.
Now, they're not getting rid of the cracker. They're keeping the racism. That's great. At Cracker Barrel, it's always been and always will be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and that kind of country hospitality that feels like family. As a proud American institution, our 70,000 hardworking employees look forward to welcoming you to our table soon. Y'all come back now, you hear?
I've never eaten at a Cracker Barrel.
Really?
Never in my life. Look, I'm not opposed to it. It feels like, it's fine. I have nothing against it. Just, I don't think there are any Cracker Barrels in California.
There's one in Anaheim, or there was. That was the only place that they had a Cracker Barrel.
All right. Should I go?
Listen, is there one in Victorville too? Victorville's a perfect place for a Cracker Barrel. Nah. Like maybe if you're younger.
Rialto, California.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not close.
I don't know. I mean, like I eat at Denny's, so I don't see it any different than that. Actually, I think IHOP is better than both of them. But.
Well, let me just say, to celebrate, I don't know if you want to share my screen. This is Kodiak rendered the entire 1987 film RoboCop using the Cracker Barrel logo.
What?
Look.
There you go. Oh, Orion Pictures.
Yeah. RoboCop 1987.
Stop it. Yeah, that's cool. Pause it. Pause it.
Oh no, I know I gotta
pause. Okay. We can't be showing entire movies even if they're like rotoscoped.
All right. How about I just close it? All right.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But I'm saying, this was really a phenomenon. I mean, how quick was it? A week?
It released Thursday last week, so it has been almost a full week.
Yeah.
A week, and they reverse. Now, are they going to reverse all the? Do you see the stuff that
The
was
renovations.
exposed? I saw on Benny Johnson. He
Oh.
exposed like there's all this like drag queen
Oh,
this and pride this and
yeah,
like
yeah.
Let
He
me
and
see.
I think Robbie Starbuck and others.
Robbie Starbuck. That's
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Exposed that they're like, that they had their activism infused. As a matter of fact, that the rocking chairs that they have, they're really proud of their Pride rocking chair.
They have pride rocking.
That's on display
chairs.
at their corporate
So
headquarters. And this is how it's done. This is how they infiltrate. The activists completely infiltrated government.
Yeah.
Who is the vast majority of government? What party are the vast majority of government workers, Chris? It's a pretty easy guess.
Well, unmotivated.
No,
people
what
that-
party? What political party are they?
Oh, Dems.
Dems. Like 80% chat. It's 80, maybe higher. School teachers. Dem. All of the government jobs are absolutely run by a political party, and it got more radical over time, way more radical over time. And the reason is because it put it up against the tax base, right? We, the taxpayer, taxation is theft, have absolutely no representation when it comes to teachers unions, government unions. That's why they were able to infiltrate it. And quite frankly, the general public's attitude, I'm as guilty of this as anyone else, was, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And that attitude just makes things worse, absolutely worse. And what we do about it is we become far more aware of who's running our schools, the school board. We start paying attention to stuff like, oh, look, here in Texas, there's about 12 districts that have Democratic judges that are running unopposed. How is that possible? How is that even possible? Well, it's possible because of apathy, right? So so once they took over government, then it was time for corporate America. And boy, have they done that. And it's extortion. It's extortion. So we come back to Cracker Barrel. It isn't backing down, but they have backed down for now. But scroll up to the actual news part. So this year, Cracker Barrel Focus will be part of Pride Experience. We had 2 locations in the park, both equipped with seating areas and coverage for people to sit down, and they funded it. So go to the next picture. Celebrating you being you. On behalf of Cracker Barrel's LGBTQ plus Alliance DEIB team, we want to celebrate you for being you. Well, we can do that all day, but you're celebrating other people for being you and not just everybody for being us. Does that make any sense? Probably not. I don't care. But they were infiltrated by this heavily. You could take it down. You could take it down. So they bent the knee just like, remember when John Deere got woke, Chris?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember when Harley Davidson went woke? I mean, like, they're pinpointing these companies. You know, of course, Bud Light gets brought up, Jaguar gets brought up, and this is happening with any company you like. It happened at freaking Walmart, dude. Walmart, which was famous for backing right-wing organizations, used to regularly get criticized for it to the point where, like, its target was Democrat, Walmart was Republican. Just their colors are reversed. The colors are reversed. So, yes, they bent the knee. We have victory. I think we should be happy about that because complaining works. And, you know, it probably didn't help that even the Democrat Party called it out. Did you see that, Chris?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Like, it doesn't help anyone. I don't know, I just think also they're going to hide it. They're going to hide it anyways. Like if you see in that tweet that Benny Johnson put out, you had up there was a link to, they moved the DEI pages to different URLs. They moved them.
Where?
It's in his tweet.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So they moved. They didn't get rid of them. They moved them.
Correct.
Yeah, they changed the URL.
Yes.
So they're still there on the website. They just made it harder to find. So they're trying to hide them.
That's exactly
while
right. They're
keeping
being
them up.
deceptive.
They're being deceptive, thinking like, oh, if we change the URL, the autistic internet will never find them. Fucking boomers, man.
They need to fire people. They need to get to something merit-based that I think everyone agrees with.
Yes.
Did you see the video of the young like waitress who was like, I have 3 tables. Like, that's all tonight. Like, please, Cracker Barrel. She was like begging the bosses, like, there's no one here on a Saturday night. I've waited on 3 tables. That's it.
That's bad.
And she said, like, they're not, like, the parking lots aren't busy. Like, it's sad.
How is that CEO still? How does she still have a job?
How does she still have a job?
How does she still have it? She cost the company hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds.
Yes.
And it's on her. And then she went and, oh, no, our people were just begging for this. Typical out of touch CEO.
Yeah.
They're politicians. They're the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Female privilege. That's right, chat. Female privilege on display. Chris.
Yes.
Let's talk about another surprising thing.
Yes. Wait.
Primitive war.
Yeah. It was great. It was great. Loved it. Straight up fun. Dinosaurs killing people. Better yet, killing commies in Vietnam in the 60s. Oh, sorry, X-Ray Girl. Sorry.
Okay, now. I
You were
don't like the
killed
commies
in the
either.
movie. Yeah.
Well, they weren't necessarily killing the Viet Cong. Them too, but they were killing Russians.
They're killing everybody.
They were killing.
Straight up great action. It's what the Jurassic franchise should have evolved into. Something R-rated. So
Yeah.
I loved it. Solid. I'm talking to the director on Hollywood on the Rocks this afternoon. So join me if you have any questions. It'll be on at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So, yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, I know I bugged you to see it. Drinker saw it, and I saw his tweet about it. So look, an indie movie made for $7 million. This is the Australian Godzilla -1, all Australia. Australian director. Cast is, Trisha Helfer, Jeremy Piven, the guy from I'm sorry, I forget his name from True Blood. I like that actor. Yeah.
Yeah, the cast was surprisingly good. It's an indie film, all right? And
Yeah.
I looked it up, and it said its reported budget was $7 million. So don't expect Jurassic Park special effects in this at all. And the concept is absolutely bonkers. So it takes place in 1968 during the Vietnam War. A Green Beret unit goes missing in a certain valley, and they have to send this ragtag group of basically like misfits, recon group to go in. I don't know any military designation, so I apologize.
Yes.
They did have a military advisor on this.
Yep.
And Jeremy Piven is like the asshole. What was his rank? I forgot what
He's
his
like
rank was.
he's
in charge.
Yeah,
he's in charge. And he's fucking great in this. He overacts a little bit, and it's great.
Yeah.
Him and his dyed beard. Guys, don't dye your beard. Don't dye your beard. You could tell every single time. It's the one thing they call out in Peacemaker season 1. You could tell when you dye your beard. Don't do it. So yes, there's a bunch of dinosaurs in a certain valley in Vietnam. These soldiers are sent in. They're not told what it is, and they find out. And dinosaurs kill people horribly in this. There's a one scene with the pterodactyl.
Yes, that was great. They're like scooping out their entrails,
And they're still the guy's still alive, so it's
it was bad.
They're like eating it like spaghetti, the entrails, and the dude's like
bad.
alive and stuff. It's like, there is some good shot scenes, and I don't know if it's volume or not, but it's like the exteriors, some of the exteriors where they're like walking through the grass, which they do in Jurassic World Afterbirth. But this one's way better because it's soldiers walking through the grass and you're waiting for something to show up. And there's Brontosaurus and there's T-Rex and there's all your favorite dinosaurs. And they're killing people and horribly. And they don't die right away. You know, one guy just gets ripped to shreds and disemboweled, and he lives for a good long time in complete misery. Tricia Helfer, not a girl boss. She's a Russian scientist. And her whole unit is dead, and she's a morphine addict now because she's so distraught. She's a morphine addict. And they find this station, what the Green Berets are working for, which insinuates that the U.S. may or may not know about it. And I won't tell you, but they do explain like how the dinosaurs get there. So look at this as an alternative history movie, and it knows the assignment. It is like, this is crazy. This is dinosaurs in Vietnam, and they just roll with it, and it's freaking great. And it reminds me, I was talking about it yesterday on one of those books I would just cover buy back in the day at the used bookstore, Chris. You would just go, wow, and it could just be called Dinosaurs in Vietnam or whatever, and you're like, holy shit, I'll read that because it's got a cool cover, and you could read. It's like 100 pages, and it is based on a book, by the way, Primitive War series. It's based on a book, and that's what it reminded me of. And it was just fun. Some of the effect scenes, a little rough at times because it's made.
But some are great.
But some are great. Yeah. Like there's some good shots in this. The acting's pretty good for an indie movie with like eyes too big for its stomach. You know what I mean? Like you're taking on a huge concept. I can't believe it has no business being this good. And and the 2-hour running time didn't feel long. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I have fun watching it. I did. And it's available at Fathom Events. It's at select theaters, and they did extend it. And yes, at the end there's a T-Rex eating commies.
Yeah.
That one scene where the blood spurts off on the hammer and sickle. I applauded. Me and my son applauded during that scene. We're like, yeah. So, yeah. And it doesn't hold back. It uses a bad language towards the Vietnamese.
They get it. They don't mind being racist.
Yeah. So there you go.
Or what? I mean, it's of its time.
The vernacular of its time.
Yeah, including the music.
Let's talk about that music. So they use 60s music, and it really works. And did you notice, Chris, that those weren't all like that wasn't the original Fortunate Son? Did you notice?
That's a trick that even Hollywood uses.
Yes.
Michael Bay famously hires cover bands to do Stones songs because he doesn't want to pay for the performance. He pays for the publishing, but then gets a different band to record it.
And maybe you're going to talk to the director, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was John Fogerty's version of Fortunate Son, not Creedence Clearwater Revival's. And the other songs sounded like demos.
Yes.
Of the original, but not the which I'm guessing are cheaper. I could be wrong on this, but the songs were close, but I could tell. I've heard them so much. It's like, no, this isn't the original version of the song. And that would have taken half their budget to get that. So I thought it was really clever because it still works. It still really worked. I'm like, how did they get the licensed music? I'm like, oh, it's different. Like, Give Me Some Lovin'. It was missing the chorus from the background singers, right? But it's like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So I thought it was clever. Well done. Well done. So I recommend this movie. It's fun. Where Godzilla -1, I would say is high art. I would say that's like a really well-made film. This is embracing fun. It reminded me of all the fantasy movies they would make back in the 80s where they just didn't have a budget, but way better, where they just Reign of Fire, which probably costs more. Reign of Fire is a freaking great movie. It's a wild concept, but it's a great movie. It's kind of in that vein, and I liked it a lot. Oh, let me get over here.
Guess what?
What?
I got a press release just now. They did a reimagining of Sword and the Sorcerer. Am I wrong? Deathstalker. Nope, forget it. I got it wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, hey, we got a trailer for another indie movie.
Yes.
That was really good, that I loved. That was made for what, $5 million?
I have no idea.
Oh,
But
hang on,
I don't know
I'll
the
look.
budget, but let me.
It
You want me to
was-
share it or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
See?
Waiting on you.
Oh, no.
Here it is. Whenever you want me to play it.
I'm pretty sure this was made for like next to nothing. Sisu. If y'all remember Sisu,
Yeah.
this guy
This is
just fucking killing Nazis the whole time. Well, it's got a sequel. Here we go.
Sisu Road to Revenge.
Remember?
That's awesome.
So he's killing commies now.
Oh my God. That's great.
Let's go.
That looks fun.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Sisu harder. That's right,
Yeah.
chat. That looks fun. That looks fun. And he got his gold. Remember, he was like mining gold,
You're right.
and they wanted to take his gold from him.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn.
That's, okay. Something to look forward to.
Well, there's not a whole lot. Well, in the theaters. In the theaters. You sent me a link and I couldn't open it. And it was an email from a mutual friend about the WGA is not going to change.
You couldn't open it?
I couldn't open it.
Oh, maybe I can. Okay.
You want to give me can we talk about it?
Or-
Is it
It's yes. It's
okay.
what it is what the WGA focuses on. Like you think they do panels like how to survive till 2026.
Yeah.
Expanding this, developing, but it's all agenda BS. Let me how can I send it to you? It's like a PNG file.
Yeah, I couldn't. Maybe I can open it on my computer, but yeah, it's just the WGA not learning, basically.
Here it is. Screenwriting democracy, creating movies and shows on politics, media, and civil rights for our times. That's what this is. How do I get it to you then? If it's I don't know. I'll maybe I'll email it separately. Try that.
Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to get the broad strokes anyway. But it seems like like DEI is going to be rebranded. It's not going to be abandoned like at all.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like which corporation is going to have the balls to say no to it at times. What they're going to do is minimize it as much as they can. And what they're going to do is try to, and I'm not the only one who said this, they're just going to try to see what they can get away with for a while.
Right.
See what they can get away with.
This is they put on events.
Yep.
All the time. This was on Zoom yesterday, actually, for 2 hours. I'm sure it was recorded. A panel of prestigious film and TV scribes discuss how their scripts are on human rights and politics, inform and inspire, and how we can use our gifts as storytellers, from drama to comedy and across all genres, to preserve our freedoms now. Basically, how to incorporate an agenda into your TV shows and movies. This is the description of a Zoom conversation. This is for members of the WGA. How does this help them make money?
How does
this help? For the members of the WGA currently living on DoorDash, or living by delivering DoorDash, not receiving it. How does this help them?
I shouldn't laugh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should a little bit.
How does it help them?
No.
Whether writing about, I mean, you can read the description right here. So this is what my friend who sent me this said. This is their focus, not helping their members. It's pushing agenda.
No. And what did We just read an article on Friday Night Tights, and you covered it too recently. What are they doing now? They have to go into the influencer market to get more people because they don't have enough writers or actors. Both the Film Actors Guild and the WGA want to invade YouTube for some reason. Good luck with that, because they need more members, because they lost a bunch of members. They lost a bunch of members.
Yeah, it's look, the market shrunk. Help your members survive. They're not thinking of what the members need. They're thinking of continuing to push BS agenda. And it sucks.
It does. It does. Here we go. But yes, it's still going on, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to let you know it's still going on. Now, quickly, let's go to that Harry Potter news. I'm putting both of these in Discord, X-Ray Girl, both these articles. Chris Columbus has been asked about it recently. It's been in the news quite a bit. You know, the casting for this show, Chris, has been pretty fucking good, except for one. Except for one. I mean, some people are going to complain about Hermione, but I'm like, have you heard her? And like, we'll see how she looks in the show. But I think that she's fine. I would have been completely fine with this. Black Snape, bit of a problem. So I also want to point out that the only thing J.K. Rowling has acknowledged about the show was talking about how she can't fire Black Snape. She has no power to do that. The only thing she's promoted is the full cast audio book that will be coming out in November, which will be on Audible. That's the only thing she's like going, hey, I'm really excited about this. This is going to be cool, which has Hugh Laurie as Dumbledore, which is a great choice, and the show should have gone with that. But two things I want to point out. Chris Columbus directed the first two Harry Potter movies, did a very good job. But he's seeing like the aesthetic. So they're going to be reusing a lot of the stuff from the movies. I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think trying to redo that would be ridiculous, especially when you have standing sets. You already have some costumes. Make some minor changes. But he's saying Harry Potter director Chris Columbus criticizes HBO remake. What's the point? He says. What's the point? I'll get to the point in a second. But the Harry Potter movie director reacts to early photos from the HBO drama series, More of the Same. You scroll down a little bit, X-Ray Go. The director who, but on a new podcast, Columbus made more pointed remarks about the project, reacting to photos making the rounds of Hagrid, Nick Frost, leading around a young Harry around London. I looked online, and there are photographs of Nick Frost and Hagrid with the new Harry Potter, Columbus told the Rest is Entertainment podcast. God, these podcast names are just great, aren't they? And he's wearing the exact same costume that we designed for Hagrid. Part of me was like, what's the point? I thought everything on HBO show, the costumes and everything was going to be different. It's more of the same. It's very flattering to me because I'm like, that's exactly what the Hagrid costume that we had designed. So part of it, really excited. I'm excited to see what's going to be part of it. But part of it is going to be sort of deja vu all over again. Well, they're adapting the books. Columbus added that he wasn't jealous about the remake. I'm so beyond it. I've done it. It's time to move on. I've always had issues with the idea of franchise when we did Gremlins and Goonies. That's why I didn't do second Gremlins film. I love the second Gremlins film, by the way, though. Absolutely love it. My attitude then is I've done it. Let's move on. Okay, that's fine. And I believe him. You can take the article down. We're going to get another one up here. But the thing is, they're fleshing out the entire book. So it is different. And I think certain aesthetics, I think it would be stupid to change. Now, maybe they should bring back the pointed hats, Chris, from the first couple of movies. I think they should bring back the pointed hats. I mean, especially when Snape shows up, I think it'd be great to have a bunch of kids with a bunch of black pointed hats on. I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
Maybe white pointed hats.
Yeah, maybe. But you're going to hear the original cast say, oh, it's great. And maybe some of them actually feel that way. But in my head canon, Chris, I'd like to believe that until they cast Black's name, that J.K. Rowling was okay with this. So she could just erase Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson from and anybody involved who came out against her stance of women are women from the parks, from reality, and they'll all get replaced. And this was all great headcanon until Black Snape was cast. Original Harry Potter director Chris Columbus doesn't want to be involved in HBO series reboot, calls J.K. Rowling controversy very sad. So Michelle Gomez, who was involved, who plays McGonagall in the audiobook, had to go out and bend the knee to the T of the LGBT so they wouldn't get ruined. And this is only going to get worse. They're going to start, like people were like suggesting that we were going to criticize the kid actors. You know who's going to criticize the kid actors? The T. The T, Chris. Anybody involved in this is going to go, what are you doing with this J.K. Rowling person? So he has to separate himself, of course. Chris Columbus has absolutely zero desire to be involved, of course, and they wouldn't ask him. Scroll down. We just want to get to the meat of the article. But that's not... Okay, but that's not to say he's against the TV reboot. Home Alone, blah, blah, blah. Columbus references the character of Peeves from Harry Potter. Hang on. We just want to get part to the... I'm going to start controlling the articles from now on. Hang on. Maybe I can just take it off. Just take it off. Read a super chat for a second.
Sure. Okay. We got... Royston Parker for 2 British pounds says, hail, chat, Gary, Chris, and X-Ray Girl, and mods. Hail to you. And Son of Sean for $4.99. Gary and Chris, how magically was it in 1977 to 81 seeing Star Wars, Superman, Alien, ESB, then Raiders in theaters? So jealous. I was born in 1990.
Oh, well, you still had a good time.
We didn't know how good we had it. I saw every one of those movies for the first time in a theater, oftentimes the first weekend or day it opened. And we just didn't know. It was like, I feel like you look at that era, any given week in like the 80s was like, this thing came out. It was a different time then. They really had a system to have a menu of films that would appeal across. Now, they weren't always great. In retrospect, a lot of these movies aged well. But there were bad movies back then, too. A lot of bad movies.
Yep. All right, so here's the end of the article. But when it comes to this Chris Columbus, but when it comes to Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, whose numerous comments against trans identity over recent years have made her a major figure of controversy, Columbus appears to have differing opinions. I like to sometimes separate the artist from the art. I think it's important to do, he says. It's unfortunate what's happened. I certainly don't agree with that what she's talking about, but it's just sad. It's very sad. Yeah, it is. You know what? It's sad. Sad dudes going into women's bathroom. That's sad. I think that's sad. You know what's sad? Dudes beating up on women in women's sports. I think that's sad, Chris. Don't you think that's sad? Don't you think it's sad that like dudes dress up as women to creep on girls in fucking bathrooms? That's pretty fucking sad. Don't you think it's sad? You have a daughter, Chris. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. My daughter, I don't think my daughter feels safe.
No.
It's concerning. We care more about feelings of people going through something or dealing with a fetish. And we have to accommodate everything for those people. I don't know how we got here.
We got here because of weak men like Chris Columbus. We got that weak men who are so concerned about their career and so afraid of the fucking woke LGBTQ plus T mob, the new T, which the LGBT, you need to drop the T, man. They're bringing you down. As adults, it's fine. Drag queens, fine. Don't care, but you're really pushing this shit on kids. And that's a line, well, especially when we're talking about a Harry fucking Potter show, that's a line that parents aren't going to cross. Non-parents aren't going to cross. And you will die on that fucking hill. So you got weak fucking people like Chris Columbus who are too afraid to speak the truth, because this is the truth. Men don't belong in women's bathrooms. I don't give a fuck what they've chopped off. I don't care. I care about what they were born as and why they were being in there. And if you feel uncomfortable, you know what? They have neutral bathrooms, or go to the fucking bathroom at home. That's what I do. I hate fucking public bathrooms.
Yeah, I don't get the weird fetish of taking a photo. I'm in the bathroom. Look, men don't want to be in the men's bathrooms. Okay, I want to get in, do my business, get out.
Go in a
Not
stall.
making eye contact. I don't get the thing of, why do you have your phone out while you're at the urinal? You can take 30 seconds, pee, and not look at your phone.
Motherfuckers are talking on the phone in the urinal.
Yes, you morons, get in. I'm out of there. I am quick. In and out. And poop at home.
Yeah, it's really sad
like a normal person.
that Hollywood has a very high percentage of weak men who are just willing to back this very, very anti-scientific, anti-nature approach towards life, because it's the new thing. It's the brand new thing. That's all. It's a fucking trend that they will abandon at some point. And after this trend is over, we're going to have a bunch of mutilated, fucked up kids. Well done. Yeah, it is fucking sad, Chris Columbus. We'll get to soups now. On that high note. D for $20 says, you don't talk enough about gender war between women and men and the assault on men outside of media. This is going on the entire society, dating, workforce, academia, everywhere. I talk about it a lot. Am I not talking about it enough?
Yeah. I think we talk about it a lot, but it's we talked at the beginning about just boys and men having heroes that they can aspire to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Drunken Finn for 20 euros. Sisu 2 trailer is on Sony Entertainment YouTube channel. We just watched it, and it looks awesome. It looks awesome. Matthew Hammond for $2 on the Streamlabs side says, Chris's comments about the difference in women and men directors is explained as in As Good as It Gets. Yes, it is. Receptionist. How do you write women so well? Melvin Udall. I think of a man and I take away reason and accountability. Absolutely. Hey, Chris, please tell all the Nerdrotic viewers about my independent horror film, Dear Lilith, I Love You, which was recently reviewed by Alan Ng on your site, available right now on YouTube. And this is from The Lion for $11.33.
What's it called? Let me
Dear
look it
Lilith,
up.
I Love You. Well, Alan reviewed it. I don't know if Chris did.
Yes, I'm not aware of it, but we review a lot of movies. I'm gonna find it. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, we review. If you want to see, like, look, we do the YouTube channel, but if you read filmthread.com, there are about 3 to 5 reviews that post daily of indie movies, and then we review movies that are, oh wow, this looks really cool. It's a short film. I can share it real quick. I'll share a screen. And we review a lot of movies. Here we go. By Alan Ng. Dear Lilith, I Love You. 11-minute visual poem. There you go. That's cool. Check it out.
The mythic figure of Lilith.
There you go.
There you go.
Love it.
It's 11 minutes. It's 11 minutes. Go check it out. Cool. Well done. Aberjam UK for £2 says, oh, here, Chris. Saw Better Man and you weren't lying. Great film. Better Man's a great film. It is.
Shockingly good.
Shockingly good. A not so shockingly flop. Kind of poorly marketed. And a rough concept to get over.
Yeah.
But there's a point in the film where you forget he's a monkey.
Yes. Yeah.
And the effects are really good. Weta. I'm launching a brand new comic book universe based on Archangel Samuel. Yes, the same guy who tempted Eve, tested Job, slew Goliath, and spare Daniel. He's back from for the pandemic. Check the channel. Thank you, Lion, for 1133. Cool. Silo full of Cool Ranch Doritos. That's a good name. For $10, you can have Cool Ranch Doritos for a long time. I know people who love Cracker Barrel for the gift shop area, but hate their food, which is bland. For the older clientele also. My parents took me to a Waffle House and no UFC fight broke out. That's disappointing. They should put that girl catching the chair on their logo. On Waffle House, it should be the girl catching the chair that was thrown at her. Bill Swagger for $10. Gary, do you remember Thundar the Barbarian? How could I forget? It was one of my favorite cartoons. Dearest for $10. The Democratic Party fought to push the Indian off her Land O'Lakes, Aunt Jemima out of the kitchen, Uncle Ben off the rice farm, demands White Cracker keep his barrel, checks out. Yeah, they didn't bitch about any of the other stuff. Random question. What have you heard, if anything, about Spielberg's new UFO film coming out in June?
Have you heard anything?
I know David Grush is the consultant on it, so one of the whistleblowers.
I heard the secrecy around the project. It doesn't even have a name.
Nope.
The secrecy around the project is insane. And it is about, what I'm told, part of it involves like preparing Earth for contact, which in a way is like what might happen also in real life, preparing us for that. We're going to finally know that we're being put in touch with an alien race and there'll be some communication. So, but that's what this movie is about prepping the world for that connection with interstellar beings.
That has been around ufology for a long time. That it's called they're desensitizing the public.
Yes.
And getting them ready, preparing them, and the CIA has been involved. All the three-letter agencies have been involved, and this goes back to Close Encounters. This goes back to before that, and it was always considered this wild, crazy conspiracy theory. But you know, as time goes on, wild and crazy conspiracy theories sometimes turn out to be just current events or predicting the future. And I bring it up a lot because it doesn't get brought up a lot. It gets brought up a lot around ufology is Project Mockingbird, where the three-letter agencies in the beginning invaded every local paper, national paper, and had either people directly working there or assets where they would control the narrative. And that certainly happens in scripted entertainment, and it happens on social media. It happened on Twitter. It's still happening today. Project Mockingbird is still in effect, ladies and gentlemen, and why they haven't stopped it, why Trump hasn't just shut it down immediately, I have no answer to that. I have no answer to that because our news is being manipulated. Our information, be it scripted or not, is being manipulated, and it's through this project and others, many, many others, which we don't know the name of. So, yes, and David Grush is involved. He was a whistleblower. We covered the hearings on Forbidden Frontier. And he's made the rounds, which probably it could be all an op. But what lets credence to what he's been saying is they tried to ruin this guy. And they used his PTSD against him because he's a veteran, which is fucking lower than low. But the deep state is not beyond that stuff. So it is interesting that it doesn't have a name. Kaczynski, the director of Top Gun Maverick and F1, is doing a UFO movie as well, Chris Gore, for Apple, and it's about disclosure. So we're getting two UFO movies when we haven't had one in a long time.
And similar themed.
Similar
disclosure.
Yeah. You know, and if you want to just talk about storytelling and subject matter, all you have to do is go listen to Art Bell shows, and you can write movies on pretty much every Art Bell show. I mean, that's what X-Files was an episode of an Art Bell show. That's all they did. You know, everything Art Bell covered, they covered in X-Files, which is great, by the way.
All right, I got to get coffee break, but I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Right back. Okay, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Woogie Boo Beautiful for 5 Canadian pesos says, Chris, I sent you an article about J. Michael Straczynski's Real Ghostbusters. Please share it with Gary and discuss. Activists inserted themselves in TV even then. Yes, they did. And I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
We covered that article on the Film Threat livecast.
Yep.
We did cover it.
Yes. I remember that. And
it was in an article from Penthouse magazine, I think.
Penthouse, yes. And
yeah.
So it's been happening for a long time, folks. It just wasn't. It got worse. It got dialed up in the last decade, since the end of the Obama presidency, and it got dialed up because of Trump. And there was, well, I mean, fortification. You all remember the word fortification, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? When competing organizations, competing companies got together to ensure the vote was legit. That's all they were doing. It was done for the greater good. These competing companies band together to fortify. Hollywood did this as well. They thought they were literally fighting fascism. They still think they are. They are. And maybe it gives them meaning because maybe it's hard for an adult pretender to, they go, it is. You see so many of them, male and female, go fucking nuts when they're older because, I mean, whatever white guilt or guilt they have of their success, which they shouldn't have. I mean, they've still got them there. But you see a lot of identity crisis. You see a lot of, wow, I pretend for a living and I make all this money. It's like, good, but a lot of them feel really bad about it. So when they get a little older, they become activists. Gives them some meaning in life, even though they're just really ill-informed and stupid. And that's why I call them adult pretenders. Marvel just butchered Uncle Ben in Spider-Verse and Venomverse #4 with gay fashion designer Spidey. With great privilege comes great responsibility. Oh, God. That's, well, I do not regret my decision, Eddie. Thank you for the $5.99 of giving up on new Marvel and DC comics. Just completely. A hobby I had since I was single digits, buying my books every week. No new Marvel and DC. Did you guys also face harsh copyright from WB? Says Peter finally bangs MJ. Well, knock on wood. Not yet. See, WB is harsh, so they do hit you eventually. I got hit for Furiosa. I got hit for Joker 2. I got hit for Ride of the Rohirrim. What was the latest one? Can't remember the latest one. But, Black Snake video. Black Snake video from earlier in the year. They have changed their ways a little bit, though. What they do is they don't hit you for a couple months, which I guess is fair. I don't think it's fair at all because it's an absolute abuse of the copyright system. And what's strange is Disney never hits you for anything ever, which is insane. But Paramount, WB is the worst, absolutely the worst, 100% the worst. And their abuse of it, and YouTube does nothing about it. Because, everything's transformative, and they selectively hit. They selectively hit.
Mm.
But I fully, and I think we'll get hit on Superman any day now. Haven't got hit on Superman yet. Gary, would you get a Marty O'Donnell, Halo composer, on FNT? He's running for Congress in Nevada. Oh, man, yeah. Why not? That way we can have, we got to get Brandon Herrera on too. He's running for Texas 23. He's going to win this time. Matthew Hammond on the Streamlabs side for $3 says, I was hoping to only hear how great Primitive War was today, and then I heard about the Minneapolis school shooting and drunk semi-truck. Yeah, a drunk semi-truck driver on the wrong side of the I-55 in Arkansas. You can guess country of origin is a driver of the Raj Transport in Gore. Jesus Christ.
Another one of those?
Yeah, dude. Well, it's a problem. I mean, I drive around America a lot, and it's a problem. It's a problem. I want to support.
Trucks always scare me.
I want to support our truck drivers. They're hardworking people. They are, as long as they're from here and they understand English and they.
How is it not like standard? You need to read the signs.
NAFTA, baby.
Holy shit.
Well, now it's worse. So NAFTA, it was like there were Mexican truckers coming up here, right? And even worse, Canadian truckers. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We love the Canadian truckers. But now we're giving people licenses who can't speak English, who can't read road signs. And even if somebody goes, well, this is one outlier. One's enough. One is enough. 3 people are dead. One is enough. So, and now I'm on the road and I can tell which truck drivers are. I mean, it's very easy to tell. It's very easy to tell because truck drivers know the rules of the roads, and I try to respect them. I don't hang out in the left-hand lane. I don't fuck with them when they're trying to change lanes or anything like that. But you can tell. So it's good that we're shining a light on this. And yeah, Gavin Newsom's California gave that guy a license. He did this fucking insane U-turn and killed 3 people. One guy was on the wrong side of a damn bridge. A bridge! Not even just the road, a bridge. So there ain't no getting around him. War Van Eagle TV for $19.99. You could bet your blue orbs that the Pfizer is making every effort to coattail on the next installment of Sisuverse to promote their blue pill. Speaking of the same time period, Sisu versus DOD Indiana Jones is a death match. Go. Versus DOD Indiana Jones. Oh, Dial of Destiny. Sisu would kill him.
Yeah.
That's not Indiana Jones, though. That wasn't Indiana Jones in Dial of Destiny. It was somebody else. It hurts for me to now hate the things I love. Mexi Rage for $2. It's unthinkable. It's unthinkable to think you go back 20 years and go, Chris, Star Wars is going to try to become a girl brand and absolutely suck, and it's going to make you just not like. You're not going to like Star Wars. How insane would that have sounded?
How is that even possible? I mean, it happened. It happened, but like it comes up so often, like just not reuniting Han, Luke, and Leia. How is that in your thinking? The first thing is, how are we going to put the band back together? And it was Terry Metalis that did it right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the one that like, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the band back together. They're going to reunite for one final adventure. And he did it. You know, whatever you think of season 3 of Picard, preceded by 2 terrible seasons of TV. Unwatchable, frankly. I only watch I watch you complain about it and RLM's videos. And I thought, I felt like I had seen it. I didn't need to watch it. It was bad.
You didn't. The references, they just retconned to the stupid shit. I've sat through a lot of Kurtzman Trek that I have reviewed and haven't reviewed. It's not any better. You know, the same thing's going to happen with Star Wars. So you had Andor, and it's going to go right back to Filoni. So you had Star Trek Picard season 3, and it went right back to Kurtzman. And Star Trek Academy is going to be the worst of the worst. It is going to be the acolyte of Star Trek.
That trailer looks so bad. Oh my God, that trailer.
It is going to be the like Strange New Worlds is like the Ahsoka of Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's the Ahsoka of Star Trek. Starfleet Academy is going, or Star Trek Academy is going to be the acolyte of Star Trek. It is just going to be the final fucking straw. Like you would think the final straw would have been Star Trek Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Picard season 1 or 2. No, this will be it. It's like, holy shit. Going to see Jaws on IMAX screen for the 50th anniversary. I'm more excited about a movie I've seen 100 times than anything else this year, says Filthy Communist for $4.99. Yeah, I mean, what's my theater? What are my local theaters filled with, Chris Gore, right now? Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, and
Really?
they're bringing. They
Yep.
Also, you know what came out too? The Keaton Batman and Batman Returns.
Keaton Batman and Batman Returns. You can still
What
watch the teenage. I'm going to take my kid to go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is fucking great. And in my local Regal theaters, they're playing all 7 Harry Potter movies, all 8 actually,
Insane.
at different
That's
times.
so cool.
Yeah, so you can go
Oh.
just pick one and go see them right now. And I'm like, oh shit. If I didn't have work to do, I'd just go, even though I can watch them at home. You know what they need to do with the Harry Potter movies? And they never listen to me, Chris. They need to release the TV cuts of every single one. They're better.
Yeah.
They're absolutely better.
All
Like,
the extra footage.
all the extra footage works. It makes
Extra footage.
there's tons of it. Yeah. So there's if you go to Peacock, it's the only reason to go to Peacock is they have the TV versions of the Harry Potter movies, which have all the extra footage. Now, they did release part 1 and 2 as director's cuts, so they have those, but they have not released 3 and on. With each one has about 8, 9, 10, some 15 minutes of extra footage that adds context and makes them better movies. Like right down to every single one are better movies because of this. Yeah, they should release that in 4K and do a theater release of it, and it would just make money. So what the theater release would pay for the restoration of 4K, which, I mean, they have 4K of the theatrical versions. It's not great, by the way. It's like a really horrible job they did. So they need to redo it. And they will be restoring everything, Chris, eventually for streaming. They will.
They have
and
to.
it's
They
and it's
need content.
Yep, and it's going to get easier with AI. But right, a restoration, and Rob will tell you, very expensive, time-consuming process right now. But AI will fix that, like it or not. We need more John Milius in Hollywood. We do, Alex Belfour. We do. Still hilarious decades later, she asks, how do you write women so well? And he replies, I think of a man and take away reason and accountability, says Chris for $5. Yes, it remains true. What would you say is the ratio in Hollywood of true believers in woke to based individuals who are just pretending to get by? That's a good question, Mr. Christmas. God, can we get to Halloween first? But I'm looking forward to the holidays. Chris, I won't say based. Let's reframe the question. Sorry to reframe your question. What is the percentage of woke true believers in Hollywood, aside from the people who are just going by, to not ruffle any feathers and to keep their jobs? What is the percentage of the true blue, we believe in this shit? The Mark Ruffalos of the world.
I'm going to say it's kind of high. It's not 50%, but it's like 30 to 40.
Yep.
Like it's strong to the point where the people who are the majority, which is conservative or I mix in middle of the road, don't care, don't want to be political. That's the majority of people. That's 60 to 70%. And then there's this loud 30 to 40 that assume everyone thinks like them. And they don't necessarily. So I don't know. I mean, like I would consider Rob Burnett to be middle of the road, maybe left leaning on certain issues, but he's more middle of the road, common sense, and left on a lot of things.
Yep.
But they're, like Rob doesn't not talk to you or me.
No, Rob will sit down and have dinner with us and there won't be a problem. He's a normal person.
Yes. So I don't know. Like it's a matter of like, when do you stop being swayed by these lame arguments?
Dude, I get approached by, it's not a lot, but I get emails and we've chatted at Comic-Con to like people you would know, right? Who are not MAGA, but could give a shit what my political opinions are. We're talking about but they really agree with me on like what's going on in Hollywood. and we'll discuss that.
Yeah.
And then give a shit like how I feel about the president, or and I could give a shit how they feel about the president. We come together on like, listen, culture's important, and we like these things that bring us together. And when we hate that they're being used to divide by any side, right? And I've had a lot of conversations like that, which is good. They're just outnumbered, and they're not outnumbered. Like, so I agree with you on that percentage. You would know better than me for sure. I would say the worst people, though, at least they believe in what they believe. I think they're misinformed and stupid and wrong. And I think the most dangerous ones are the cowards, are the ones who won't stand up for themselves. And that's what we are ruled by. We are ruled by cowards. Fucking cowards who just won't speak up. I mean, we're not talking about committing violence or some revolutionary act. Just go like, no, that's stupid. Why would you? Like, won't speak up against transing kids. This should be the easiest thing in the world. That's a child abuse. So we're ruled by cowards. And it sucks. But that's just the way it is. You know, people who want to get along. And there's different versions of them. There's disingenuous people. There is the people, well, there's no standards. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to get along and however get their fuck integrity or anything else. All that, you know, there's plenty of that around in the real world on both sides of the aisle. But that's what rules us all. And it sucks. Or, you know, I'm comfortable. I don't want change. It takes work to look into these things. Yeah, it does. It does. But like, if we're going to bring balance back to the world, because the world is still out of balance, it's up to us. It's not up to a politician or some leader getting fired. Like Kathleen Kennedy getting fired will not change Star Wars. Arguably, it can make it worse. Kevin Feige getting fired, it can be worse. It could absolutely be worse. So, yeah, it's kind of on us. And complaining works. It works. And not being afraid. It's weird. If you look back, Chris, it was such a controversial thing to say, you know, the doctor from Doctor Who, Chris, it's a dude. It's a dude.
Yeah.
It's a dude. It's not a woman. Can't be a woman. Shouldn't be a woman at all. It breaks the narrative. It breaks the lore. It breaks everything. Oh, they introduced this. No, he's established as this one thing. That is your brand. And Doctor Who, like Cracker Barrel, did a Doctor Who. You change like the most recognizable thing about your brand. He's a dude. And oh my God, you were sexist, misogynist, bigoted, Nazi, worst person alive, to bring that silly thing up to where Doctor Who fans were like, thank God you're saying this. I can't say it. It's like, yes, you can. And it sucked that the thing they were a fan of made them feel uncomfortable criticizing it. And then vilified them, made them the enemy, the people who made the IP what it was. And we could go down the line on this. And now it's okay to say this stuff. Now it's okay to say all kinds of shit. Like we can say retarded all the time now. It doesn't even really affect us. It's great. But we're going to look back on that era. History will not look kindly back on that era.
I agree.
It will not look kindly. And good. What does Hollywood need to do to right the ship? Just watch a few episodes of any of your podcasts. They'll get a masterclass in what not to do. If anybody needs to listen to us, they're in big trouble. Hanzo,
Yeah,
they're in big trouble. Big trouble. But as far as the masterclass is out there, Hanzo, all they have to do is watch Kurtzman Trek, watch what Kathleen Kennedy has done forget her career before running Lucasfilm. She has now been running Lucasfilm for 13 years. And it's been an abject failure. So just study that. It will be studied someday, Chris.
Yeah.
When I heard John DeLance was returning to Picard, I was hyped. But then I thought, oh shit, this is modern Star Trek. They're going to mess up the omnipotent white man with diverse women rule. Well, they gave him space cancer. But they fixed
Yeah,
it.
they
Picard
did.
season 3. K-pop sequel confirmed. The world is not healing. Well, X-Ray Girl might disagree with you.
I
Yeah.
like K-pop Demon Hunters. I saw it. I saw the sing along. It was.
Oh, it was
awesome.
so fun.
You went too?
I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I went on
That was great.
Saturday, so
Yeah,
it's great for kids.
it's gonna
And
win
adults.
best. It's gonna win Oscars
Hmm.
for sure.
So, and I can't wait for the sequel. Yes,
It's
whatever.
it's the biggest hit out there, and it's on a streaming service, and it's beating.
It's
God,
the top movie now.
It is, and
Mhm.
what's the next big release, Chris?
Like in theaters?
Tron Ares, I would say.
That's a month away. What's coming out in September?
A lot of stuff that's just okay. I
Um,
mean, The Roses, which I saw. The Long Walk, which I also saw.
Oh, quick review. I know you want to save that for your stream, but give us Cliff Notes, just general view.
It's a disappointment.
Hmm.
It's not a great Stephen King adaptation. I saw it with someone who read the book, was also disappointed. And just if you hadn't read the book, you'd be disappointed. So the trailer, interesting. The premise, it's, like Squid Game or Hunger Games before it was, before its time, and very Hunger Games, but really disappointing. Did not like it.
Mark Hamill and a Stephen King story.
2 of them this year.
Just don't want to go. I just have no desire to support Mark Hamill in absolutely anything anymore. That is how you can't separate the artist from the art, when he doesn't care and he's like literally told people like me to go fuck off. So, okay, I will. Stephen King's pretty much done the same thing too. Match made in mediocrity. I know poor Rob was, did Rob like it? Like, he was super excited to see it.
I can't really speak for him.
Okay.
I'll just say he read the book. It did not live up to the book.
Gotcha.
That's what I'll say, but I'll leave it to Rob.
That's good enough. Leave it to Rob.
We were going to do an out of the theater reaction as kind of a goof, the 2 of us.
That'd be fun.
And we came out and we were so dejected. We were like, yeah, let's not do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like, if it was horrible bad, that's one thing. Or if it was great, but it was like this.
Meh. I mean, that's the era we're in. It's just
The era of
meh.
Mm-hmm.
Whelming.
It's the year of whelming.
Term. I love that term.
Mahler,
I
Hail
think.
Mahler. And you probably haven't seen Alien Earth episode 4?
I did see it.
Oh, you did?
What? Who cares? Sitting around talking. Oh, by the way, I fell asleep, so I'll have to rewatch it.
You didn't miss anything.
Did nothing happen? Because
Nothing
it felt
happened. They Wendy pets a little baby alien at the end because she could talk to the alien. Oh, and they tell you in the show. They tell you in the show that the xenomorph, Wendy fought the crocodile. Just in case you didn't get the Peter Pan reference, they make sure to
say it out loud.
they say it out loud too. No, a lot of it was just a lot of it's Disney streaming show. It's secondary viewing streaming show. There's a lot of moments where they really need dialogue to build this world, and they don't say anything. So there's long stretches of not saying anything, people walking up hallways. It is your typical streaming, 2 hours of content stretched over 8 episodes. By the way, we're halfway through the season. And there's no characters. I just learned a couple of names, and that's because I'm watching the closed captions. It's incredibly boring. It's introduced too many concepts that it just blows right by, and it's a Blade Runner show. It is a Blade Runner show. That's what it wants to be. Unfortunately, it's called Alien, but Timothy Olyphant, everybody's like, he's the Roy Batty of this. He's like, yes, that's obvious. Absolutely obvious. I'm waiting for him to kill Boy Cavalier by sticking his thumbs in his eyes. That's it's like, then make a Blade. The sad part is, Chris, that this is probably going to be a better Blade Runner show than the Blade Runner show that we're going to get in 2099. Not the year 2099. It's called Blade Runner 2099 with Hunter Schafer. And this is a bad alien show. So, like, just, God, make something new. Or make a Blade Runner show if you want to make a Blade Runner show. I know Ridley Scott's always, and so have I. I've always wanted them to cross over or exist in the same world. But, dude, the last couple of episodes of the Alien show, the aliens in a grand total of, and I mean, as a little baby, 2 minutes. And we're just focusing on Wendy and this whole Peter Pan thing. And it's like, God, it's so heavy-handed. And the dialogue is like, I would say, like, the set's looking good and stuff doesn't fucking matter if you don't have characters you care about or dialogue. Okay. The only good characters are Timothy Oliphant's, Kirsch, I think his name is, and he's not given enough to do, and Morrow, who like took a step back this episode, where it's just sitting down and having conversations for an entire hour.
Yeah, they're talking a lot.
Yeah, they're talking a lot. And it's not really that interesting. And the dialogue is not really that interesting. And it's really predictable.
Yeah.
Like
I fell asleep too.
You did? Like
during the therapy section.
I fell asleep too.
I'm watching it with Mahler. Poor Mahler had to wake up for this. And at the end, it's going to end with her petting the alien. Like well before that, like when the alien's starting to come out of the lung, she's going to pet him. And we guessed it. Yay, she can talk to aliens. Little alien. Baby alien. Baby xenomorph. We can get little stuffed baby xenomorphs. Peter finally bangs MJ for 40 yen. Says, Gary, tell great Justice League runs with Darkseid. I would just go with Grant Morrison's JLA. Grant Morrison's JLA. Mr. Christmas for $279. How many more gun flops until DEF CON 1 for WB? Well, as we said earlier, they're not going to scrap it. Am I going to call Superman a flop? I'm going to call it an underperformer. I don't think I'm going to go as far as to call Superman a flop. It did well enough domestically to justify, it's at the bottom line of like getting very close to oh shit. And I still think internally they're oh shitting. They are. They have to be. They listen, they wanted $1 billion from this movie. They would have been probably really happy with $800 million worldwide. They missed that by $200 million. They did not make more money than Man of Steel without adjusting for inflation. So they cannot be happy. Of course, they're going to put on a happy face and they're going to say, full steam ahead. Believe me, they're having discussions about bringing the Batman in, and I think we will see Batman cast soon, and that will start creating like positive energy, especially if they cast Skelnick, is that his name? The guy from 1923, which I think would be great casting. Outstanding casting as Batman. Have you heard that, Chris?
No, I have not.
So that's the rumor going. Actually, Brian from Popcast, first place I saw it. So I want to give them credit. I don't know who they got it from, but if they cast him as Batman, the guy from 1923, I think that's really good casting. Don't let James Gunn near a Batman movie, writing it or direct it. You need to replace Andy Muschietti, the guy who directed Flash. I think that'd be a terrible director for the Batman movie. And you need to find a good Batman director. But I don't think they'll shit can it. Now, if Supergirl flops, like Clayface is whatever. It's being made for $40 million, which still might be too much. If Supergirl flops, then I think conversations will start.
Yeah.
I can't see it being a massive hit. And the budget is $200 million, 180, 200 million, supposedly. Eric K for $5. I do not like Taika Waititi movies. He will ruin your mythos. He respects no lore and history. Has James Gunn gone full Taika Waititi? He's getting there. Robert Hayes for $4.99. Hail and well met, Fellowship of the Nerds. Do you think Barbara, Cass, and Stephanie will be Batgirl all being Batgirl. Actually, what? Is this from the comics? I don't know what this is in reference to, but Barbara Cass and Stephanie all being Batgirl actually works. Barbara's Batgirl. Barbara's Batgirl.
Yeah, Barbara's Batgirl. What's the deal?
I mean, there have been other Batgirls, but Barbara's always been my Batgirl. But at least they justified it with Barbara being Oracle, so she couldn't be Batgirl, right? But now she's back, apparently being Batgirl. But I don't know if that's any kind of curl stuff. But does it work? Does it work? It works if Barbara is Oracle. War Van Eagle TV for $4.99. IKEA barrel. Yes. Freaking IKEA chair, Chris. Hey, IKEA has good meatballs. I wouldn't buy any of their furniture, though. Is it just me, or does the new Wet Sonia look like Meredith? Wet Sonia.
I don't know if that was on purpose.
Wet Sonia. Look like Meredith from The Office for 50 Danish krona. I don't know. What is this Wet Sonia movie you speak of?
Is this a parody? Or a corn movie?
Part 2 should have added the 1976 earlier to Rocky. Says Son of Sean. I want to see Rocky again. I'm finishing up watching Tulsa King. Getting ready for season 3.
Gotta do Dexter Resurrection.
That's next.
I still have to watch it.
As is watching it.
I'm
caught up. It's so good. It's so good. It's back to basics.
Back to form. Good.
Right.
Axel Foley for $5 Australian says, my local McDonald's was a place that welcomed families. Then they had Reno's, and now the place looks like and feels like a fucking doctor's office. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Actually, my doctor's office has more warmth than a McDonald's now, which is sad. And they're playing like stupid daytime TV and shit. That stuff still exists, man. Woo. CB CEO, Cracker Barrel CEO, only has a BA in communication from Miami, Ohio, is in charge of 600 stores. Her marketing director that oversaw this plan also went to Miami, Ohio. I should discredit the school just for that. Hey, Gary, what's your best reasonable priced recommendation for a camera for a YouTuber? New starter. Thanks. Love the show, guys. Hail the Ron. The Logitech.
It's everyone's starter camera.
Logitech Brio. There's a 4K Brio out there that you got to make sure you just are good with the white balance on it. But and I think, how much is it? $200? It's been a while since I bought one. $100? $200? That's the one I would start with. I would put way more money into getting a good condenser mic, not a USB mic. Get an XLR cable. Get a good condenser mic, because audio is where it's at, baby. You can work on the visual later. Director of Sisu for a Punisher movie. Thoughts? Okay. Hell yeah. Thanks, Eric. Humble Dirt Merchant for $2. Communists are back on the menu, boys. Hell yeah. Seen them kill commies. I was like, oh, God, yes. Mad Sisu 2. Road Warrior, let's fucking go, says Lean Back. Hell yeah. Eric K for $3. Gary, sent you a DM about Cracker Barrel. They are now using frozen pre-made food, not fresh. They cut hours to employees to 20 to 32 so they do not have to pay health insurance. Fired most of the chefs. So they were in a lot of trouble, right? Beforehand.
So the food, by the way, have you noticed that recent? Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want to do a lot of asides, but man, food is not as good as it used to be.
The quality
like
is
restaurants
crap.
post-pandemic, the quality, like I'll get a steak or a burger. It's like this was frozen. You threw it on the grill. I know, because I make those at home. It's just not fresh.
It's not.
Yeah. So general quality it's the shittification of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like down from clothes to food to everything. Sorry, Gary.
It's all right. Robert Hayes for $4.99. Not that Robert Hayes, the actor. Airplane. Those Sisu guys should make a movie about Simu Haya, the Finnish sniper the Soviets named the White Death. Maybe he's like loosely based on it. We don't know because he's Finnish. Giuseppe Gibbs, Boss Man for $1.99. It's my birthday, August 27th. Oh, man, you're 21. Welcome.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Don't drink, even though you're old enough to drink. John Slade for $5 on the Streamlabs side. I work with a lot of young people, and pretty much every young man I work with watches anime. That's why they get male role models these days. That's where they get them. From the East, Naruto. I don't fucking know. Naruto, whatever the fuck it is. Demon Slayer, etc. all have positive male characters, unlike all Western modern media. Yep. That's why they've lost. King of Games, $3.23 for $2. Hear me out. Daphne Keane as Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Every Y-Files episode is a movie script in the waiting. Yes, it is. 100%. Jesse Meek for $5 says X-Ray Girl is a smoke show. Just saying. Smoke show, X-Ray Girl. There you go.
Thank you.
Cody MacArthur for $4.99. Just giving a shout out to a YouTube channel called Dark 5. If you like the Y-Files, you would also like that channel. Great creepy music in it too. Go check it out. Go check out the Y-Files too. Mike's
MMA World.
Okay, for $5. Did you hear about the Tic Tac UFO leaks? It's sounding like they're made by us humans using reversed engineered recovered crafts. That wouldn't surprise me if it was people saying it was made by us with our technology is something I will not buy. We don't have that kind of technology. We don't. Unless we reversed engineered it from another civilization. Then I'd buy that. But the thing is, why would we buzz our own people? Why would we do that?
I don't know.
I mean, even within the intelligence community, there's respect for our service men and women, and they wouldn't fuck with them. Why would they fuck with them? Unless it's another government. James Bursey for $5. Chris, what is the word on the new terminal list? Dark Wolf coming out tonight.
Don't know anything. Sorry, I'm not an expert in that.
Did you watch Terminal List?
No.
What?
Yeah, I never watched it.
You never watched Terminal List?
I have so many things to watch, Gary.
I know.
I didn't watch that. But there's some, look, no one person can do this. That's why I see Dexter. You didn't.
Well, I will see Dexter, though.
Eventually, yeah. But, it's solid. You're not seeing people doing videos that Dexter's gone woke. No, he kills people.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at it, and he's moral.
Well, Terminal List came out when nothing was coming out. That's why I thought you might have seen it.
It wasn't on my radar.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking good. You should watch it.
All right.
It's Chris Pratt at his best. Oh, it's fucking good. Reactor Core for $5. Yeah. Reactor Core for $5. Alien Earth. Showrunners are so lazy. Don't even show the alien getting decapitated. The door shuts and opens and it's done. Episode 2 also. Yes. Matthew Hammond for $2. Can Chris Gore get the guy on making the documentary of the documentary by Definitive Films, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Evolution, Mutation, and Reboot that is advertised before the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles release in theaters? Have you heard about that, Chris?
I have not heard about it. Thanks, Matthew Hammond. We have a lot of filmmakers on the show in a given week. We have we interview indie filmmakers every week. That they have not crossed my email. But if they do, I'll book them for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know about that documentary. I want to see that. That sounds
cool.
awesome. Yeah. Brooklyn Brown for $1.99. Matthew Vaughn wanted to do a Superman better than Zach and Gunn, except for Argyle. But yes, he did. with Mark Miller. They had an idea. It's a lost opportunity. Carlos Lacas for $5. Gary, if the 5 companies got rid of the government, doesn't that destroy the storyline for aliens and the U.S. colonial Marines? Yeah, they should have been the Weyland-Yutani colonial Marines. You might have slipped through that part, Chris. So they explain the government again, and the government's essentially run by 5 corporations.
Yeah.
Disfat Bridge for $1.99. Jackie Chan involved in Spider-Man in some capacity. Wow. Okay. Not against that. Woogie Boo Beautiful for 2 Canadian pesos. Watch Total Recall 2070. Best Blade Runner show. Is it? Why have I heard of that? Hang on. Oh, that goes back to that, dude. That's like 20 years ago. It's a Canadian TV show. I'm like, oh, I knew I heard of that somewhere, Chris. Okay. Barry Stroud for $2 New Zealand dollars. A Citizen of the Galaxy animated. Oh no. You missed my first super chat. Part 2 says Son of Sean for $1.99.
The missed super chat altogether is below it.
So part 1's below the part 2?
Well, no, it's below what you right here, right now.
Yeah, so that's below from how I read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gary and Chris, how magically was it in? Well, we read this.
I know.
Chris read this.
Yeah. So.
You read this.
I read this. Yeah.
Jeremy Griggs' dad for $2. Best superhero movie in the past 5 years. Terrifier 2.
Superhero movie.
Yeah.
I like the Terrifier films. They're not for everyone.
Is Nicholas Hoult similar to Clancy Brown? No. Movie erotic, not in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's a very
that's odd.
That one.
Someone sent Chris a movie years ago to watch. And he didn't watch it. Sure. Gary, have you seen the Terminal List yet? Chris goes, have you seen RRR, Gary? Gary, no, I haven't. I just asked him if he saw it. Terminal List is really good. Get caught up on anime Demon Slayer so you guys can go through the new movie in theaters on the 12th. It's breaking records overseas. How many movies do we have to watch to get caught up on it, though?
Oh, my God.
A couple seasons and I think 1 or 2 movies.
How long are the seasons?
Ooh, they're not crazy long, but I think if you end up liking it, you'll move through it pretty quickly. Oh, okay. Yeah.
How many
4 seasons, episodes? 1 movie.
How many episodes per season?
I think it's like 8 usually. Searching.
If you do the illegal alien game, you should call it Taco Us North. Japanese Demon Lord says they made a sequel of the modern grindhouse masterpiece Sisu. It's called Sisu Road to Revenge. It's going after commies in this one. Yes, and we reviewed to it. Royster Parker, welcome to Radicalized. Philip Poole in the Jaloja says, I find myself watching more anime and find more of my demo, 54-year male, doing the same to escape from the forced agenda. Is this the rising new norm? It is. It is. Ramblers of an ad writer, thank you for joining up. Gollum Wolf, but WB don't see color, Gary. Green is bigoted. That's right. The DCU is making the same mistakes as Marvel. It's more like the GCU, the Gunn Cinematic Universe. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Is it Kuhuka says this? It's Gunn, the Gunn Cinematic Universe, where it's Gunn sensibilities overall stinks. War Van Eagle on the Gandalf side says, going to see the sequel to last year's Civil War, today Primitive War. Thanks for the recommendation on Film Threat. Chris, Gary, If I was still in San Antonio, I'd watch it at the Alamo Draft House. Love y'all. Still want a Dark Man watch party. I think we should do that someday. Hail Victorville, Criminal Hill, my hometown. Victorville, yeah. I've driven through there many times. Go watch Terminalist Dark Wolf episode 1. It was good. Oh, is it out already? It's a prequel. I kind of want Terminalist season 2, but all right. Lars Fillmore, welcome to the Geologia level. I want the Sorting Hat to sound like Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. That would be funny. HBO Snape will be the 4th unforgivable curse. Yes. What? Shoot, my bad. How'd I miss that? Corporate Memphis has ruined all branding. Boring. Corporate Memphis has ruined all branding. Boring. I finished Deadwood. It earned the hype. 10 out of 10, says Anaquamon. And that's it. That's it. That's it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it, Chris. What do you got coming up?
Let's see. I have Hollywood on the Rocks with Alan Ng. Alan Ng saw Peacemaker, so I'm very excited about that. We're going to talk Peacemaker. We have an interview with the director of Primitive War, Luke Spark. He'll be on the show, plus lots of news and whatnot. And quick reminders, I'm at Dragon Con this weekend. Yes, I'm on a flight at 4 a.m. I'm doing 7 panels. If you would share that, X-Ray Girl. 7 panels at Dragon Con. I'll do a meetup in there somewhere. And I don't think I'm doing any panels at LA Comic-Con.
What?
Yeah, I pitched them
Wow.
3, and it seems they've all been rejected. But I'm doing 7 at Dragon Con. So there you go.
Busy
And then
boy.
Also, a quick reminder, if you would allow me to share screen
Yes.
briefly here. My daughter is involved in a Kickstarter. Only 42 hours to go. Dual Animal Anthology. They reached their goal just barely. They have stretch goals. I'd love to see them get north of 10,000. It's a quick. I, of course, got the top package. I want my daughter's comic. She's part of this anthology, so give it a look. Dual Animal Anthology. Their video, if you watch the first 30 seconds, there's no way you're not getting this comic. It's not. I know it's not Ripaverse, but please support indie comics. I buy from Kickstarter all the time. I buy from Ripa, Nerdrotic. I bought your book.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll probably get the audiobook too, but please contribute. My daughter's first professional thing, so it would mean a lot to me. So Dual Animal Anthology, link in the description.
Mhm.
Go to Kickstarter, and thank you so much for the support. So there you
Thanks,
go.
everyone. We appreciate it. Cool. And you've got Hollywood on the Rocks coming up.
Hollywood on the Rocks. That's right.
Coming up. X-Ray Girl.
I'm
What
a
do you?
busy guy.
You're a busy guy.
Tonight, Poor Choices, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. There are 2 super chats that just came in. Niall for 5 says, Gary, did you guys hear about the attack on the U.S. citizen in Dresden, Germany by Syrian refugees? They cut his
No.
face. Oh my God.
No.
That's freaky.
In Dresden?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That sucks.
It's, you know what? It's their culture.
Yeah.
It's their culture. It's a way of
Hold on.
saying hi.
Let him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
They'll probably arrest the American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he lives.
What did the American do to deserve this?
Yeah.
I know.
Those
It's like-
cuts?
It's like that British girl. Poor thing.
We live in upside down world, and it's
We do.
stupid.
Yeah.
And we are too tolerant of people that don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't deserve it. I'm sorry. They do not.
Yeah. And then Enoch Maman for 5 says, sorry for all the lizard-based teasing, X-Ray Girl. I promise to cut back on them by at least 2% next year. You're welcome. Screw you.
All right. I've got some stuff. I got to watch Dexter.
Dude, it is so good.
I got to
It's
watch
so
Dexter.
good. Yeah.
But yeah. To cleanse the
It's-
palate.
Don't even watch just watch Resurrection. When that show ended with him as like a lumberjack, I was like, F this show. F this show. They killed Deb. He's a lumberjack. freaking Batista's alive. I don't know why I hate that character. And they brought it back to basics.
Good.
And he's in New York, different setting. His past still haunts him. His father is back. It's dude. It's just when it gets going, it's good.
That's good.
It's good. So you'll be into it.
That's good. Do we
Legacy Hall.
do we still have our guest for FNT?
So far that I know, yeah.
Yeah,
Who is it?
Dean Cain.
Nice, Dean Cain, Superman.
Dean
There
Cain
you
will
go.
be joining us this Friday. We'll talk about the crazy world that we live in. Maybe a little bit about ICE. You never know.
Yeah.
He made a little bit of news about that. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Maybe we can review the South Park episode. God. Dude, they're not going to stop. Like it feels like they almost feel bad. No, it feels like since the Kathleen Kennedy episode, since the Into the Pandaverse, I think they want to distance themselves from things, and it's just, wow. Like 1 or 2 episodes, fine, whatever. Dude, multiple episodes. I haven't seen the next one, but yeah, it's getting
Hey,
tired.
this is breaking. The person who did that shooting
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What?
used to be
identified them.
named Robin, and
What?
no, was
Rewind.
was previously known as Robert, but now known as Robin.
And that's
They're
the
trans.
first
You know-
thing I thought of. The absolute first thing I
And-
thought of.
Your instincts were correct, Gary.
So now we have multiple trans shooters. Are we going to see the manifesto? Is there a manifesto? Are we
Not
going to
a
see it?
manifesto, but no, I just.
He-
Are we going to see the woman manifesto?
There was a video that was uploaded on YouTube a few hours prior to the incident.
Social media scrubbed.
Hmm.
Oh, really? Well, I'm
Mhm.
sure somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Why did
somebody
they
got
do
it.
that?
Because they want to protect a community.
Wow, I see rainbow flags.
Yeah.
Do stuff to Donald Trump.
The
Wow, this is horrible.
Mhm.
This
A lot of-
person was deranged.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
sad.
It's sad and
Very
unsurprising as hell. Unsurprising as hell. So I think Jeremy's streaming. Go over check out Jeremy. He's
Yeah.
probably talking about it.
D-Day Cobra.
Yeah.
Enoch Monster
He did
5
cover.
says manifesto was already leaked. Crowder's been talking about it.
Oh,
so,
he has. Okay, good.
yeah,
Good.
it's out
I
there.
will be looking into it. It's very sad and unsurprising. But thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll be back next week. Go check out Chris. What time you guys start?
1 p.m. Pacific.
1 p.m. Pacific. And go check out our friend Today Cobra.
Today.
Cobra. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.